Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we had a surprise patch go live in Hearthstone yesterday that did a little bit more than the normal, like changing a Battlegrounds armor on heroes. Tons of bug fixes that have a major impact, in particular in Twist, a little bit in Arena. We'll go over all of that, as well as some random news and assortment of stuff, like including the first signature has been revealed. I didn't actually show that in yesterday's video. A clarification on the octuple damage and Jormunger, and a competitive esports event will be going on this weekend, and how you might be able to check some of it out. And of course, we have our giveaway going on. 2 regular pre-orders, 1 mega bundle out of my pocket for the upcoming expansion Perils in Paradise. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video. Link down in the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel, and every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button. Make me go broke. So Hearthstone, tweet this out. Armor and XP adjustments for Battlegrounds are rolling out later today, because yes, there was a buff to XP, although more or less bring it in line with where it's supposed to be. We'll talk about that in a second, but the patch notes are here if you want to take a look at the link. It's linked down below. I'm not going to go into detail about the Battleground stuff. Basically, a lot of heroes have less armor. A lot of them. And hey, a lot of heroes now have more armor. Also a lot of them. So you want to take all the details on that, you can go down below. But we do have an XP update, which I thought I noticed this. I was like asking devs and stuff. Played a game of PGs, I got first, and normally I always hit, especially if I get first, the maximum XP. And I'm like, I got a little bit less. Are you sure you're not punished for a bit, like having that downtime after you picked your units, you're just watching a long combat? And apparently, yeah, the XP was, if a combat was going long enough, you were not earning XP. With the recent nerfing of AFK of XP to combat the bots, are more or less likely to make it so people can't farm AFK XP and all that stuff, which I got a lot of comments from you guys that you were not happy about that, or at least some of you. And again, I agree it's lame to do, but at the same time, it always felt like gaming the system, it's not really playing the game. I get where they're coming from. At the end of the day, I feel like you just leave it because, you know, their players are logging in to AFK or game. At least they're being engaged. It means they want to keep playing it in some way. Regardless, they feel it was necessary for the botting problem, but most of the bots I play actually play every turn, so I don't know, it's a weird one. But they did update it, so with Battlegrounds you should be getting the same XP as before, with the maximum XP per Battlegrounds turn has been slightly increased to account for the potential for extremely long combat phases. And next we do have some pretty big bug fixes. Of course, the biggest and most important one, they fixed a bug where that cards that upgraded hero powers didn't work with the Boulder Fist Ogre hero skin. The atrocity, finally, that is fixed. They did fix a bug with Hearthstone Brew. He was just generating, like, you get 10 cards, but you could get like the same. It was a bit weird. It usually led to being worse. So now he's back to being normal, of giving you like the 8 cards, the actual iconic hand. So if you worry about Hearthstone Brew, maybe cut it for your deck for a bit. He is back to normal. Changed some ordering with Symphony of Sins, I guess, for like Wheel of Death or like whatever purposes, not a big deal. Rocket Hopper apparently triggered the effect. Account Overload triggers like Jazz Base twice, so it's kind of like a nerf, but although the card wasn't supposed to do that. But the big one I want to go into here are the Twist updates, which are very relevant. You might even be like avoiding the mode because some of these bugs. So first, Zarella, her hero power or her passive or whatever to win the game when you reach max health is no longer shut off by the Azurite Snake. So if you've been Azurite Snaked and you're down to like 53, you can now still win. You're not automatically shut off from your win condition. So that's a big buff for the card against Arthas. I don't know how much you're going to be facing Arthas though, because there's a big nerf to him, which should have always been there, where he now can generate the Azurite Dragon or Murloc, the Shaman or Paladin excavate rewards. In particular, the Murloc, I don't know if you ever want to play that card, because you're going to delete all your rune minions and then not be able to like continuously excavate, right? So they might need to buff his health now that he's already really close to being bad because he just dies if you sneeze on him. So now he's even worse. They might actually have to buff him, but we are expecting the deck reworks and like the passive adjustments with the next balance patch, which we are expecting next week. Tomorrow we'll have a video talking about what nerfs I'm expecting and what buffs maybe we could see if we get any. They fixed a bug where Treant tokens generated by Omu sometimes had taunt. They fixed a bug where Faum's effect didn't discount non-legendary collectible cards, mainly like Astalor. Yeah, the 5-mana Astalor, the 8-mana Astalor, they weren't discounted. Nizas hero power could generate non-minions. I think that was bugged with the weapon, one of the death rattle weapons. And they fixed a bug where secrets generated by Kel'Thas passive effect would disappear. It would disappear even if you played them. And sometimes Leroy's passive wouldn't apply to enemy cards at set cost, like Mezadune the Fractured. And some visual bugs fixed as well. And down below, we do see an arena change where the same card could be offered twice with the same draft pick. Something to do with like sets and IDs and all that. That's been corrected, so you're playing arena. That shouldn't happen anymore. And some weird thing where you couldn't get the golden version of Vicious Slither Spirit Wild if you had the golden version. It's a bizarre one. So yeah, big change for Twist there. If you're looking at Twist, you're taking a break, you want to try out some Zarella in particular, probably the best time to give her a go. The other things I wanted to talk about first is Ridiculous Hat confirmed this interaction. Octo Masseuse, I had theorized in a review yesterday, maybe it'll work with bigger Jormungandr. My suspicion was just like Moarg Artificer, it wouldn't work. Those effects typically don't work. And yes, he shows a 3 attack into a penguin, only dealing 2 damage. So again, the octuple OTK won't work, but Mark can do his like whole Ashbound or whatever that card is, the 1/4 in Wild. You can still do that, and I swear they made this card just for him. So that will not work. We also had like the first signature revealed, the Mixology card or whatever it's called. This is not in English, but the card that creates 1-mana Kazakus potions is a signature that this will probably be like a paid rewards track one, unlikely an event, but yes, signatures will be coming with this expansion. I might have one to reveal with our mage one, so stay tuned for that. And there's also a big tournament for a first time in a while going on apparently this weekend. It is a Chinese hosted tournament. Edge on Twitter announced, I could finally announce that we're hosting a summer invitational this weekend in China, including 4 invites from over here. I think 4 EU invites. This event is supported by the new Blizzard NetEase team. Although Hearthstone is not back in China yet, you love to see the support is already there. So yeah, China, we know Blizzard got an agreement, I think in April, to open the servers up again. And this is the first start of seeing some esports stuff, which is always way bigger in China than it's ever been in the States. So it gives me hope that maybe with the Chinese involvement that esports might get some extra love next year, because it's basically nothing this year. 2 Master Tour events and Worlds, that's all, and no Lobby Legends, nothing. So yeah, you'll see some familiar faces if you're, got Tice, Bunny Hopper, Pocket Train, Baby Bear, and a bunch of other competitors that I'm not as super familiar with. Zhao Ti I recognize, but the rest not so much. I don't know if there's gonna be English streams. I do believe like Tice and any of these competitors will be streaming their side of it, and there are some pretty cool rules where one deck has to have Marin, one deck has to have Gin and Baku, and 4 cards were abandoned. Can you believe it? Can you believe that Ziliax, Reno, Boom Boss, and Bran were banned? So basically Reno Warrior. Reno Warrior, right? So those are banned or not decks, but I will note the lame thing about them having to put Gin and Baku, they don't have to abide by the rules. It's not someone's deck list of like Camp of Paladin with just a random Gin in there. So they kind of messed that up. But overall, yeah, maybe check out, see if you can find a stream on their side. If I could find an English version, I'll probably tweet it out that it's being covered, but I'm not aware. I don't know if Play Hearthstone. It doesn't look like there's an official main channel. Oh, link this below. There's some Huya streams or Douyu. I think these are Korean or Chinese. I'm not sure. Don't cancel me over it. I'm not particularly sure, but I'll link this tweet down below if you want to check out those perspectives or anything. So yeah, cool to see some esports maybe returning to the scene. Anyways, that's it for today. We'll have our nerf buff speculation video tomorrow, and then card reviews will begin on Monday, where I think Monday there's 3 separate reveals. So you have 3 reviews to go over on Monday. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.